Hi, this is Timothy Groves, president and founder of Time to Move Ministries, and it's time for 2 Minutes with Tim on Tuesdays at 2. I'm outside the Smoke Hole Caverns here in Cabins, West Virginia. Mike and I stopped to go through the tour of the caverns just before we minister at a church tonight. And as I was thinking about the cavern, this is a natural wonder for the state of West Virginia, the Smoke Hole Caverns. And it's beautiful inside as you go down into the caverns and see all the wonderful natural beauty that God has created. But I was thinking about caverns and caves, and I was thinking about the story in 1 Samuel chapter 24, where Saul was chasing after David, and Saul has gathered 3,000 of his men. And the scripture says in verse 3 that Saul went into a cave to attend to his needs. And I'll just leave that right there. But he went into the cave to attend to his needs, not realizing that David and his men were actually in the cave. And so while he was there attending to his needs, the men snuck up, and David was able to cut a corner of his robe off. Now, David could have taken Saul's life, but he chose not to. And later on, he said to Saul, he said, "Look, I could have taken your life, but I did not, because you were God's anointed." Friend, I understand that there are times when leaders don't always do the right thing, but I want you to know that God has appointed all authority over us, and we need to come under the authority and submit to the leaders that God has placed over us. So even when our leaders might be wrong, there's always a proper way to handle it. Don't think that it's okay for you to undercut your leaders and disrespect them and speak evil of them. God has called you to pray for those in authority over you. Be like David. He said, "I will not touch God's anointed." I pray that today you will be praying for your leaders. Pray for those in authority over you. Until next week.